And
when you smile before asking a question, it makes me realise.
If the IFB is listening,
listen. I'm sure they get told what I say.
Like, let's be positive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what?
Like I said, I never had anything really against the people in the IFBB, like Jim Mannion or anyone. I've always just been more against the organisation and how they treated the athletes at some shows, and the way, like I said, the politics goes on where you hear it. You've been behind judges where they'll say, this guy won because it is. I've heard judges say, I'll put this competitor first because I think he's cute. I've heard that with my own ears. That's not stuff that I'm making up. So when you hear stuff like that, that's why I talk about the politics and how it is. So I said, it's not an attack on that. If it goes on, they shouldn't let it go on. It's like, that time, was it the Olympics with ice skating? Wasn't there something going on there where they were told who to judge for and what to do, the French judges and that? So it goes on in all sports, I guess, but you just don't like to see when so many people put so much hard work into it year after year, and you're pushing your body to the limit all the time. You just want to see things be fair. So that's all. And when I went to the PDI, people said, well, Lee's doing that to stick it to the IFBB. No, I've been with the IFBB for 15 years and I just wanted something different, Sometimes people have been in a job 8 years, 10 years, they like to change jobs, For 15 years I've been competing with the same judges, the same people. Something new comes along, I want to try something new. I still want to do the Olympia that year after, because they won the Ironman, did the Arnold, and then did the Australian Pro Show, and then there's no shows until the Olympia. The PDI show was like a month or so before the Olympia, so I did it. I still planned on doing the Olympia, but they had different plans and I got suspended. So, and then I had to go to England after that and do the PDI show in England. They told me if I went there, the suspension would go longer, but I said, look, I'm already committed to it. When I go to England, I have at least 10 seminars set up. The promoters are already paid, so I can't pull out. Because I didn't pull out like they wanted me to, they fined me even longer and suspended me longer. So it's one of those things. I would have done the Olympia in 2006, but they're the ones that suspended me for doing what? Just competing in bodybuilding. I did a PDI show. Like I said, it was a month before the Olympia, so it didn't affect the Olympia or me going to the Olympia, but I was still at the Olympia in shape after because I was going to England. The England show was after the Olympia. So it was just, like I said, I got suspended for that when, like I said, many athletes in the IFBB who are still there now, if you look up online, have done much worse. It makes the IFBB looks a lot worse than what I ever did. All I did was compete to make money doing what I do. I didn't sell drugs, I didn't do gay porn, I didn't have sex with fruit, I didn't do this, didn't do that. But if you look up online, you can see IFBB athletes doing that. So what looks worse for the sport? What I did or what they did? So it's just stupid.
So you think that's one thing that they should change? You should, IFBB athletes should be able to compete in...
I think any athlete should be, As I said, we're independent contractors. The IFBB doesn't pay us. We pay them every year for our pro card, $300 or whatever it is now. We earned the right to be pros in the IFBB. It's like when I was in America, I raced NHRA. But there was IHRA, I could go pay for my IHRA membership, I could race with them. They didn't affect one another. So, as long as there's if you want to do an IFBB show and it's not in conflict with another show you want to do, I said, if you're going to do an IFBB show, the fans are going to go see those IFBB athletes. When I went to do the show in New York, a lot of people follow bodybuilding because there's no other IFBB show on that same weekend. You got fans that like IFBB athletes went to watch that show, people that wanted to see a new show went to watch that show. So, nobody lost out. Everyone wins. Bodybuilding is not a huge sport, so if you can have more shows, more contests, whether it be with different organisations, who cares? It gives the athletes more chance to be seen. People get to see more. You get more fans. So, it's just silly to just say you can only compete with us, and if you go anywhere else, you're going to be suspended. It's like, I can understand if it's like something like, where the IFBB gave you a contract and said, look, you're an IFBB athlete. The IFBB pays you a couple of $100,000 a year. Okay, fine. Then you're under contract. It'd be like working for Dell. And you sign the contract with Dell and Dell pays you, you can't go work for, Macintosh then. So, but you're not. You're an independent contractor. All your contracts say independent contractors. You're sponsored by a supplement company, not the IFBB. You're just a member of the IFBB. So, like being a member of the Sydney South RSL Club. Okay, you can't go to the North RSL Club. Why not? Because you're a member with us. So it's stupid. So you can't go play their poker machines and give them money because you're a member with us. So it's silly. You can do it any other thing. So. I think even boxers can go box elsewhere now, can't they? They can go for different titles in different organisations. So.
Yeah, I think too, like, people don't realise, yeah, you're a pro bodybuilder, but, You're not getting.
You're not making a lot. Unless you're one of the top guys who wins the Arnold or the Olympia, the prize money after them is nothing great. So you've got to make money when you can. And having more shows, whether it be IFBB, with NABBA Pro now or other things, there's money to be made. So a lot of the top IFBB guys won't go anywhere else. But, you know, give the guys who are in the IFBB who maybe always place out of the money, they might do well in another organisation where they can make money. So they'll still come back to the IFBB for their recognition as well. And of course you get more magazine coverage of the IFBB just the way it is due to the politics now. But we've got spread around more guys can make more money and be better for everybody, the whole sport in general. But they don't see it that way. They want to have a monopoly on it and screw and crucify people. So it's crazy.